This is AC Starlord, aka Awesome. Welcome back to this video. Brand new video, by the way, that I just came out with. And this is for the GOAT. I saw the GOAT last night, and you probably recognize the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing Space Jam New Legacy. I wore this shirt like on a couple videos way back when we were talking about Space Jam New Legacy. Now, this is the new latest movie from Sony. The people that gave you Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, K K-pop Demon Hunters, the same studio, same Sony Studios, and they did a fantastic job teaming up with Stephon Curry. Fantastic. Jelly Roll was in here, he made a song for it. Still got to listen to, made a song for it. Well, I listened to it at the end of the movie, but listen to it fully. Um, he did a song for it. He played a grizzly bear in there. David Harbour played the rhino in there. Nick Kroll was in here. The guy who played Caleb in Stranger Things was in here, so he got to meet up. I mean, he reunionized. He also did a reunion with David Harbour. This movie is just fantastic. I wouldn't sleep on this movie at all. I saw it in D-Box at a Cinemark in Missouri City because I was trying to get their Ghostface popcorn bust, and I did. Fantastic! Can't wait for Scream to come out. I might do a couple Scream videos on here this week or next week, depends. Just to catch up a little bit, or just to do a recap of some things I want to do a recap on. Um, this movie is just phenomenal. Stephon Curry as executive producer, and also played the voice of Giraffe in here. It has a mix of everything in here. Our culture, cell phones, um, Instagram, their own version of Instagram, how the NBA is now, or how the sport is now, how to be a team player, show a character that wasn't being a team player, having big dreams to be in the world of being a pro basketball player, him being a goat, and him being a medium or small person compared to all the other animals like a big giant bronco or a grizzly bear or all that stuff. It's pretty much like Zootopia, pretty much like a basketball Zootopia. You have all these different animals, rabbits, goats, all these different animals here and living in the world, and they live how they live like they do in Zootopia. But this one's based on basketball, and I gotta say, it's the first time for an animated basketball movie without doing Space Jam. I'm sorry, I am repping the Space Jam T-shirt. I am repping the Space Jam T-shirt, but I believe that it's I still love Space Jam with Michael Jordan. I mean, with Michael Jordan and LeBron James in it. But this is just what we need. We will need more animated sports movies, but we also need more animated basketball movies or more sports movies that, if there are animated, don't need to be with a pro basketball player that's, you know, in the real world, how to be sucked into the cartoon world. It's perfectly fine as like Stephon Curry being the executive producer and having someone else do the animation and him playing the voice of the giraffe and him doing stuff behind the scenes. So we follow a kid named Will, and Will and his mother are watching. They don't call it basketball. They call it rule ball or roar ball or war ball, and it's basically basketball, but in the simplest terms, he tells his mom he wants to be just like his favorite player on the Thorns here. I think that says the Thorns, yeah. And her name is Jet, and she's like a Black Panther or Black Cheetah, but I think she's a Black Panther, and she's one of the best players on the Thorns. And he go and he since then he's been playing the game, the sport, the basketball sport, and his mom died. He's been, playing, getting better each time. He plays basketball to get out of his head, and he's a delivery guy for a restaurant there, and he has a couple friends that like play PlayStation or home video videos, and he likes to play a little bit of basketball when he can have a chance, but he also gets challenged by Jelly Roll's character, which was a Grizzly, and he says he won't be able to play roll ball, and then one day he challenges one of the the other opposing team for the Thorns on their local basketball court, and then he went viral, and he becomes part of the Thorns, and he has to prove to the team that he can be that team player, but also size doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter for medium or small, size doesn't matter, and he proves that, and the Jet doesn't like being upstage, but Jet learns how to work as a team. She works out on the team, works out to be a team player, and the rest of the team, like the Rhino and Lizard and Steph Curry that plays the Giraffe, and the Ostrich, they all learn how to be a team, and they all come together as a team because of Will and his tenacity to be the greatest player of all time and try to work as a team. And it's just fun. It's also fun because you see different elements in here. You see the greenhouse, which is like where they live, like the jungle and all something like the jungle, but like you know um, vegetation, and then you see a lava um, basketball court, an ice basketball court. With polar bears and stuff like that. You also have like drama with like the main leader, the main owner of Thorns, the pig, wants to sell wants to sell the team once they learn how to become a team, once they've been winning games, and then that's part of the whole thing. How they also do that in the NBA. A lot of NBA and a lot of real life NBA references in here. And if you don't follow with the sport, you won't get it. But also, if you don't follow basketball, you won't get it. And it's kind of interesting that way. I follow basketball here and there, but like it's just a fun animated movie. And the way it moves, like I can't explain it. The way everyone moves in here, it's kind of like the Spider-Verse, really fast and really it's really fast and really competitive animation, moving really quick when they get the basketball and doing all stuff. It's really fast movements. It's kind of like Spider-Man swinging through the buildings, but playing with basketball. The music in here is also kind of cool. It motivates the film. It moves the film along. I know there's a score album back. There's also a score album, but it moves the needle along with this. David Harbour, the guy who played Caleb, Pete Olgen that played the coach did all a good job of voice acting. Stephon Curry did a very good job. They also, like I said, it's about our culture. They also do a diss track on the GOAT called Goat Tears. And then like Stephon Curry's character does a diss track. I think he was actually rapping in that scene. He does a diss track on the other player from the other team because he's supporting his teammate. But this movie is just there's no words. I have no words for it. This is one of the best animated movies I've seen all day. I mean, seen all. I mean, since 2006, 2026, all year, but also one of the best anime movies besides across Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, across Into Spider-Verse, Spider-Verse, Into and Spider-Verse, Into Spider-Verse and Cross Spider-Verse is still one of my top favorites from Sony, but this is up there. This is the third one right here. People say I need to see the K-pop Demon Hunters, since it's made by the same people. I might check that out. I'm not much of a K-pop fan, but this is what my basketball. I love basketball. I love watching it time to time when I have the chance. But like Space Jam is all I grew up with. Space Jam is all I grew up with watching. Space Jam and Space Jam New Legacy, but mainly Space Jam with Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan got sucked into the cartoon world, and then they brought the cartoons to the real world. So it's kind of that's a cool concept, and I love that concept and love how Looney Tunes do that. But this is the first time ever I saw an animated movie actually tackle a sports movie, can actually sit down and watch it, not worry about Stephon Curry being, hey, Stephon Curry's a guest star in this, and he's in the cartoon world. He's in this cartoon world with you guys, and he's helping you guys play. He's helping you guys win the game because there's a alien threat, or someone wants to um challenge you guys, and yeah, he's the only one that can save you guys, and he's playing amongst cartoon characters. He's literally in a CGI room playing basketball and by himself, and they get animated later. No, Stephon Curry was the giraffe. He plays the giraffe, the voice, the executive produced it. This is all happening in animation real time. The villain it sets up. I mean, there's no really villain. I mean, there's other team that's a villain because the horse got wiped out by Will in the later on this movie. So he's kind of like a villain, and then like Jet is sort of a and part of that villain mentality because she doesn't want to work with Will or the rest of the team. She thinks she's like LeBron, like not LeBron, but like she thinks like she's the hottest player in the world, and kind of have that LeBron James mixed with LeBron James, mixed with James Harden. Like I need to have the ball all the time. I need to have the score of the scores and stuff like that. But she learns how to play a team player. But the thing is, like this is all happening in real time, and also another villain is like their owner. The owner sells them right in the middle of the movie, right when they're about to get good. And that's what happens sometimes. The team has a losing streak. Everyone knows about it. Like everyone in their town knows about it. That they're losers, and then eventually the team gets sold by someone else, and then they start winning or losing with that new owner as well. But sometimes owners don't want to be a part of a losing team, so they sell them. It has the kind of element. So their owner was sort of a villain in here, but the main message is this is dream big. You can be whatever you want, and Will dreamed big. He became a pro basketball player in this, and dreams never die. They shouldn't die, and his dreams never died. So this is an interesting film, all animated, good for still Stefan Curry to make it animated instead of him being in there like Space Jam. That's the only thing I love Space Jam. That's the only thing with Space Jam they could have done differently is have him at least have like LeBron James. Well, at least LeBron James was animated. I can't say that LeBron James wasn't animated. At least had Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan at the time be animated instead of bringing the cartoon, but Looney Tunes into our world. But Looney Tunes were actually, since Looney Tunes is so much matched with our culture, even the cartoons when they draw like them in their own world with Nanny, with Tweety Bird and Nanny and any other human being that's you don't see their face. That's their world. That's their cartoon world, but it seems like our modern day world. So Looney Tunes are so drenched into our culture, like the Muppets and all some of that, we see them as like real celebrities in our world, and we see them like they're part of our world. This is not obviously we didn't grow up with this. This is a new look and new interpretation of an animated basketball movie, and we didn't grow up with this, so this is fresh and brand new. But Looney Tunes as more like that. But also, they did animate LeBron James and Legacy. I forgot about that. And then they brought him back to live action. But still, it didn't last that long. Um, Stephon Curry found a way for him to be in the movie without being in there, like I said, in the Space Jam, and he played the giraffe. Keep saying that because he plays the giraffe. It's kind of weird for him because he's not that tall, and like he plays a giraffe. Like I get David Harbour playing like the Rhino because like he was the Red Guardian. He was a rough and tough cop in Stranger Things. I see Caleb playing the goat because I mean I'm not saying he looks like a goat, but like even if Stranger Things, if they were animals, I think he would be if Stranger Things character, if the Stranger Things characters were animals, Caleb would be a goat. Pete Olden would be a baboon or something like that. One of those baboon monkeys that have big noses. I mean, He's just that nerdy guy and that nerdy guy in real life, but also nerdy. Looks like a nerdy coach. Now, ironically, Jelly Roll playing a grizzly bear, and he lost a lot of weight in real life. It's ironic to see him play a voice for a grizzly bear when he lost a lot of weight, but it's also kind of ironic because he was that big, so it makes sense. Jelly Roll, I didn't think Jelly Roll was gonna be in this movie all throughout the long. I mean, he had like I thought he only had that one scene, but he's throughout this whole movie. Like he's throughout the whole movie, and they have a saying like these roots run deep. They were saying that these roots run deep, and it's like a cheer they do, but it's not just a cheer; it's an actual lifestyle. And they learn that, and then they get the team to cheer that. They get the team to learn that, also get the team to experience that, and um, have that motivate them, and it motivates them. And it's not just a cheer; it's a lifestyle. So. It's an interesting and fun movie. I could talk about this all day long, but like the animation was on point, basketball references on point. The way they moved was like Spider-Man, but basketball. Um, it was fun. It's fun. I want you guys to go check this out. Don't be sleeping on it. Go see it before you see Scream or any other movie. Go check this out. Like literally, go check this movie out. We'll have fun with this. It's not no Space Jam. I do love Space Jam. Don't get me wrong, but Space Jam is like if they do anything else, if they do a Space Jam 3, do Space Jam in animation. Don't do it live action. Get the celebrity that you want to get. Draw him animation or do what they did with and doing what they did in New Legacy. Suck him into the Warner Brothers world and keep him in the Warner Brothers world animated. You know, that's what we need. This was straight up animation. I enjoyed the heck out of it. It was fun. It's amazing. It's like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse and Cross the Spider-Verse. So just do what you gotta do. I mean, not do what you gotta do, but see this movie how you see it and enjoy it. If you love Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, or recently if you watched K-pop Demon Hunters, if you like that, same people that made that, same people that made Spider-Man, you would enjoy it. But the same people that made that movie also made this movie, you would enjoy it as well. Maybe not as much, but you would enjoy it as well because same animation style. So go check this out. Like this is like to me Across the Spider-Verse 2.5 until the third movie comes out. So this is going to be a good film for you and your whole family to watch. Go check this out. Go see it. Do the best you can to go and watch this. If you're a young mother, if you're a young mother that have kids that love animation and not just basketball. I mean, they don't have to love basketball. They don't even have to love the sport. Just love animation and they love the style. And they saw K-pop Demon Hunters, or they saw and across the Spider-Verse, or Into the Spider-Verse, or any animation movie like SpongeBob or anything like that. You will love this. I even love SpongeBob this year, and I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while, and that's a completely different studio. And I also love Zootopia, and that's also a completely different studio too. But this one I had to put on top of Zootopia and SpongeBob because it's just a phenomenal way of looking at a sports movie without putting someone in a cartoon or making them a cartoon temporarily and then what's we're all 3D now. The only thing also Space Jam was 3D animation. Well, now we're 3D CGI animation to look just like LeBron because when LeBron is real and he's 3D. No. This is just simple, straightforward animation. You get it, you watch it, and all that stuff. And they also won a championship in here. It's called the Claw. They finally got the Claw because the Jet promised to get the Claw to the diner because she took their shoe. Like they had one of her shoes because she was also sponsored by one of the shoes that she had from. So Under Armour is a big part of this movie. By the way, Under Armour is actually in this movie. I mean, you have PlayStation and stuff, but Under Armour is a big sponsor in here. So they have Under Armour shoes, and they come up. They named them like the Jordan something. They have names like the Jordan one, like the Jordans have like. It's something ones, but it's kind of like the Jordan ones, but it's a different name. So she took those shoes and she promised them a claw, and then they won that championship. The claw. Jet hurts herself there in one of the plays, one of the games, so they send the goat in, but they eventually send the goat in eventually later on in later on in this film. But what Will can do in this movie is just fantastic. Like he as a goat, he can see his eyes look like that right there, but sometimes in the movie his eyes go square. He can see different points of views and how to shoot the ball. What he can do is amazing with the basketball. Like he does trick shots like Dude Perfect. And if you guys know what Dude Perfect is, then you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what Dude Perfect is, they're a group of YouTubers that do trick shots, and that's exactly what Will does, knows how to do best, and so does Jet, and so is the rest of the team. But like what Will can do in here is just amazing. It proves that a goat can, and the animal kingdom, and this animated movie, that a goat can do anything that sets their heart to and dream big. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, just go see it. If you're, yeah, go see it with your mom and dad. If you're single, like I said, if you're a single mother, single father, go see it with your kids. Go take it. Especially if you're a single mother and you want to know if your kids are going to enjoy this, your kids are going to enjoy this. And the reason why I'm saying this because I'm saying it for a certain person because I might send you this video. But here's the thing, it's a good movie. Go check it out. It's for everyone. Go check it out. It's a family-friendly movie. You're gonna enjoy it, and it's no Space Jam. It's original, and it has its own little things going on. So, if you like this video, put a like, come subscribe, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. And yeah, that's Will, by the way. Just to let you know. That goat right there is named Will. Deuces.